a Wyvern right now from Boom.
Oh, from the resident Oz Winter Wyvern spammer himself. So
Clockwork.
Okay.
He's made that all the way down to the final pick here for Boom.
I think this is a Makoto Veno. Yep.
Oh,
Insta pick too.
That's why Danog's on the panel, guys. That's why he's here. Speaking of why he's here, your predictions. We did the percentages so far, and Matt is currently sitting at 66%. So with only a grand final to go, I don't think you can really drop out of the race as number one right now. But lads, as we start to get prepped and ready for game number one of our grand finals, final thoughts and where we sit with these predictions.
I want to see who's playing the Clockwork first before I lock it in. Because Kesky plays it as well as Hyde. I'm thinking it's more likely to be Hyde and just trying to bully out Gabby a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to jump in obviously while we decide on that Clockwork. We're waiting on it. I'm going to have to say TNC. They've got the KP Brewmaster that deals with Terrorblade, deals with Tidehunter, and they've got Gabby on a really nice scaling hero. I do have to give them the slight edge.
I'm going to say TNC, but if Makoto can absolutely dumpster Armel in lane, Boom have a shot.
All right, so it looks like my panel are both sitting here with TNC. I'm probably going to have to go with TNC as well. This PA Magnus combo looks very, very strong, but I'm going to hand it over to our casters, Lyrical and Trent, for game.
See, and I think the first draft it should be a good one. This does not look like a game that's going to get like completely rolled over in the lanes per se. I do think that it is going to be very important for Boom to take a lead on the earlier end, though. You want to punish some of this greed here. I feel like the KP Brewmaster, it's all up to him pretty much to set fights in the early game, right? Before Gabby wants to really join in. I feel like the most active hero in this game is probably going to be Makoto on the Venomancer and then Hyde on the Clockwork. So thinking that Boom should get off to a pretty good start.
All right, well, we'll see if they're able to do it. And you're feeling like it's this mag PA is a little bit more greedy and that like they just kind of want to get to the late game. Is that kind of what I'm hearing from you right now?
Yeah. I don't know if I can call it greed. It's just like slightly slower is all it is. It's just like a window. Just feels like that. I mean, we've seen that duo a lot over the past couple of months, and there tends to be this time where the mag doesn't necessarily want to do anything, and the PA doesn't want to do anything, and so very reliant on the other heroes in your team to like hold towers and make plays. Right. And it just feels like they're gonna have a hard time. Like if you get a good tide into Veno start, we've seen that sort of lineup just lock down lanes and be very difficult to contest.
That's fair, and we also have seen like an inability to start fights or do things on the map, which it feels like in a way that's kind of the MO for TNC right now. While Boom, they've got a Clockwork. Veno doesn't have to be aggressive, but can, as you mentioned, if you just sort of walk at those towers with the Tide. Venge also can kind of go both ways, so it feels like a 4 heroes running around and then Dreamocell hiding behind whatever wall of wards Makoto decides to build out there on the map. But we'll have to watch and wait and see what these lanes look like. Already, Dreamocell is going to get zoned back a little bit by these two supports down bottom. March and Thames are sort of keeping in between him and the... Well, now March is going to TP away. Never mind.
It's good he made the walk instead of the TP, just in case something goes awry here. Now, in terms of the power of that bottom lane, though, that does look pretty good, right? We have the Cinder Brew into the Fade Bolt, potentially. As they also just start things right off with a Thunderclap from KP and pulled the wave way on back. That's a great start.
And of course, that is what you want to do. But as you mentioned, as the levels get up, that's where you can start to really level out a lot of harassment.
And Tim's makes the small camp on the second mark, like just barely before the spawn.
So no pulls available here for them. That is that's going to be nice for them. Interesting.
It's not one that you can't contest.
Yep. Up top lane, you can see here FBZ going to be facing off against March and Gabby. For my money, I feel like at times FBZ has been the MVP of the tournament. He's had a couple really, really good performances. Obviously, numbers get drawn to carries, but FBZ's really been playing out of his mind.
And you kind of have to on the Tide as well. You don't get a lot of big moments necessarily with the Ravage, unless you go like Blink, which we don't see that often anymore. So you have to be very cautious about when you're going to let it rip. And could be some play here at level 2, but he probably really wants Kraken. At the same time, he has a Clockwork with boots. So I imagine it's going to be very tempting to want to try and just make a gush play on March, but then you have to watch for the Fortune's End as well.
Yeah. We should mention real quickly as well, mid lane, Makoto had a little bit of a rough time of it at level 1. He's gotten a lot better over the last couple of minutes here. Armel was able to zone back with the Empower and get a bunch of denies, but as the Gale levels get up and all the other stuff, it's harder to contest the Veno. It's just really annoying, just trading hits constantly.
Yeah, I was wondering what Hai was doing when he ran down the river. He ended up just flaring the camp and getting a stack up.
Oh.
Yeah, so just starting to build up that jungle a little bit, either for Makoto or for the Tidehunter, perhaps.
Yeah, that'll be good. Definitely necessary in order to keep up with the farming that you know is going to happen on the Dire side. As Hyde tried to go in for a courier snipe, but March blocked his way. Down bottom there, the sort of looking to see is, yeah, Hyde was able to get away with it. The Cinder Brew action coming out soon.
That was the Blightstone, too. Yeah, that would have been a great courier to kill.
KP, 1 point in Cinder Brew, 2 points up in Clap. It's a lot of damage if they're able to get on top of him, but they're going to need some type of an overplay of his hand for Dreamocell probably. But if he does step too far forward, he's going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's an interesting build too, going the second point in the Thunderclap. I wonder if it's mostly just because like the meta, the attack slow or something, because you get a lot more damage out of the Cinder Brew.
Right.
But it's also better for last hitting with the Thunderclap too, so that just might be his main thought.
Yeah. Oh, and he is going to go immediately onto Dreamocell. As soon as he popped meta, they ran up and did the Cinder Brew and then the Clap afterwards.
Yeah, it just kind of forces him back a little bit, gets him harassed, and then if he ever tries to get aggressive again, those spells will be back.
Right. And also was able to pull the creep wave back when he did it as well. So shows the aggression, then backs away, and might even do it again.
I think they glyphed there though, because they glyphed the raining wave under the tower, so that because there was one creep that KB had pulled, so when it got glyphed, that held the rest of the dire wave, so then his wave's going to push in some more.
Nice.
And that's going to help Kescute with the reset.
Okay. Still gets the deny there of the creep, and so far so good. Hyde.
Yeah, he's examining. All right, there's a stack. There's a stack. Interesting. Gonna plant some wards down.
Well, make sure that they know what's happening. It does look like also down bottom as March and Makoto have taken over the lane, or rather March has. They're trying to get a side pull off, and they will be able to connect the one, but Kescute trying to redraw aggro, won't be able to get all of it. They're getting a lot out of this lane with KP. Pretty good.
Hyde even flared the small camp there to try and figure out what this mag was up to too, and then sends in the illusion. So they're really unaware of what he's up to. Oh, but they're not going to get the bounty rune because the illusion. Hyde's a genius.
Oh, that's really smart.
He runs his own character in.
So in the end,
grab the other though. For them, that's the only one they got.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Okay. Meanwhile, the jump onto Tim's down bottom. He's in some trouble, but stick charge and fairy fire keeps him alive. Hyde now the one that sort of is getting ran at. He has Cinder Brew again, but won't decide to go on him. It's devolved into a tri lane.
Cogs quite yet, eh? Still no first blood. 5.5 minutes. A slow roll indeed. Don't worry, FBZ. I won't tell anyone that ghost just stole your last hit. It's okay. I'm a small camp.
It's always the worst. You just lose one of those for like no reason, it feels like. But again, the early going, Terrorblade, the main one that's sort of struggling out of the cores right now, it feels like.
Oh, look at this pull up top for Armel too. He just cleared out that camp and he shockwaved that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, Armel's getting it on.
That's great. That's what you want to see. And just going to be able to get a free lane and Hyde not in position to come and contest for that. So the Magnus getting a lot of farm, whole heck of a lot.
But look who's on top right now. It's FBZ. He's left in the lane versus the PA. He's getting all lane creeps. Yeah. Once he's gotten to this point, there's not really a possibility to contest. And now Gabby, all right, this is more active than I expected.
Looking mid. Got to be careful about that jump that they're going to get. And Veno in a lot of trouble. Makoto pulled back in, killed off. They take down one. Now trying to bring down Hyde as well. TNC just out of nowhere decide to show up as 4 and blow him up.
Well, as you'd expect, the Mag PA makes the first rotation for first blood, as one does with this lineup.
Like, what?
Damn, what a punish on the Makoto. Especially because he's gone for this like level 1 Plague Ward build too. He hasn't even been like trying to pressure because like they can't even kill wards.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like the Oracle. Well, no, he definitely can't actually if he had more levels in it. So. Yeah, damn, what a punish.
FBZ there going to dissuade the TP up top where I think he's just got the tower. So that is the price that you pay for making that big rotation is the Tidehunter ends up taking the tower, but they do keep their own mid one alive and, well, actually going back mid again. Gabby able to jump onto Makoto, bringing him down very low. Dagger goes out another round and Gabby gets the kill. He has been involved in all of the kills so far in the game.
That's ridiculous. I had no thoughts of this. I was thinking that like the PA at least has some benefits versus the Veno later when you like max out Phantom Strike and stuff, but I can't believe he's still able to make these rotations with 2 points in Phantom Strike and like 9-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's nuts. Well, and you can see here also going for the Deso, Gabby is going to be playing a lot round Armel, giving him the Empower and not having to go for that Battle Fury. So maybe they're trying to hit an earlier timing with like Deso BKB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, I think that's like always the play with this build, but then the problem is like what's the blink timing for the Mag, but Armel himself has also been getting a crazy amount of farm.
Right.
So it feels really good this game. And now FPZ coming through, but like you can't really do anything. And there's like 1400 HP. All you can do is leech some XP from Armel.
Yeah, he does have Ravage, but as you said, with nobody else nearby, it's not going to be a likely kill attempt.
This will be just
And I think he was hoping to steal some of those stacks away himself with the 4 points up and Anchor Smash.
Yeah, and he's giving the lane over to Hyde too, so they need the 6 on Hyde, and they need to start pressuring these towers with the Tidehunter and the Veno.
We have double jelly that get picked up as more stacks are being made in the Ancients by Kezcute. Can see there you got a double on that one, and then looks like a triple on the hard camp as well. So both teams just going like heavy farming build right now, with Dire definitely coming out on top.
Yeah, Makoto's a lot stronger now than when he died. He now has 3 points up in the Plague Wards, not the single point, and he's spamming them everywhere. I think just doing a better job of trying to control the area that he's playing in, because they should not be able to punish him so easily.
Right. And definitely the type of game where you need that Veno to get into those sort of either A, damage items, or B, utility items. He's actually going Midas on Makoto. Wow. Okay. That's not what I was expecting.
I don't necessarily hate it just because like the value and the levels for Veno.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does kind of have to be a little bit of a frontliner though with only the Tide and the Clock, but I guess there's going to be some more pressure on Kezcute for the saves.
True. Meanwhile, over by the Dire, or Radiant Ancients rather, Boom are starting to take down those stacks that were built up by Kezcute, getting the levels up, and trying to get in towards the Manta for Dreamocell as a first item. Still lowest of the cores, although it's not like he's having a terrible game. He's around 1,600 gold behind the empowered PA.
Kim's just ran in there and dewarded with the haste rune.
The guy. So, current state of the game, very passive in terms of kills as the swap pulls him back in, and Tim's in some trouble. Kezcute able to live through this one. They will get the false promise with the Ravage. Can they connect onto all three? The hook Gabby afterwards. Oh, the big jump of Gabby. Able to get the jump out afterwards. KP, he has his ulti available if they want to try and go on this. He does have mana for it as well as they're thinking about chasing in. The rundown coming as FBZ is just going to back away, and I think they can't chase anymore.
And as long as they get a bit of a reset here, this is really good for Boom, because as KP, you want to be matching these Ravages and be there for those fights, because you have the 140-second cooldown, he's got the 150. I mean, you can go the other way and like try and get aggressive utilizing the split, but I think with how defensively you want to play around your towers, I don't really want to like burn split on offensive moves unless I'm getting a really big kill like Dreamocell.
Yeah. Well, and now I'm kind of getting the feeling as we're going to see the swap back in. KP, he might need to burn it now.
Yeah, but they're coming.
Otherwise, he's in trouble, and he's just going to die. They couldn't get there in time with March.
I mean, he doesn't have it, though. It's like a crazy long cooldown. I'm really surprised he didn't just split for that.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be close enough to punish.
I guess battery assault might have kept him from doing it. That could be one of the other things as well.
Yeah, I might just missed it, yeah.
But regardless, 3-3, and I think I get an idea of where this game is going. They just queued up Midas as well onto KP, so we might have both teams looking towards the future.
Well, if we go that far, feels kind of good for TNC. All right, Mag, PA, Rubik, Midas, Brewmaster. I mean, Brewmaster also only has like 2 good items, Midas and Vlad, so, you know, pick one.
Radiance, hello? Sir?
Hey, 21 seconds faster than the previous patch record. Not surprising, considering the speed at which Gabby was farming and getting the first 2 kills of the game. Very well done by him and the team to enable that.
Yeah, he's been rocking it. And looks to be doing the same going forward here. Although this is always the problem playing with the mag, is like after a little while he has to go to his side of the map to farm, you got to go to yours, then you're not getting power anymore.
Look what has happened to this Brewmaster and Magnus though compared to the Radiant cores. Before they were like behind, and now Makoto is catching up to his TB with this Midas just sitting in the mid, and we're gonna have counter smokes. This dire smoke is, well, they're both just not finding anyone.
They want to take over those other ancients, it looks like.
I mean, at least this one's going for the mid tower though.
Yeah, it's true. Now, will they come back to defend this on TNC? It's kind of awkward, right?
I wonder what the read was here.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it must have been when you said where they thought they were going to be doing the ancients or something.
Yeah.
But they have an Ob Sentry combo that sees this movement in here from KP and Gabby. Also, how did March wind up down there?
You know,
he's
doing his thing. It's a March thing. So tier 1 towers look like they're going to be traded off. Mid goes down for the Dire though, and the Radiant one, at least that's the sort of resupply for Roche area, if you will.
It looks like they just straight up said we can't fight them at that mid tower, and like let's hope that someone comes to push out this top lane, or like is stacking ancients or something, and try and get some vision down here. Unfortunately, that Ob's just planted in the sentry range.
Yeah, it's going to be frustrating. Cute will walk on in, see if anybody's nearby. Armel, TP. Oh, wave. Maybe he was behind a tree or something. I don't know. That was dubious.
Yeah, must have been the tree. Say it was the tree.
Yeah.
Except I don't see a tree there, so I don't know what to say.
It might have been there, Trent. It fell over, okay?
Yeah, is that what it was?
Newly added to Dota. Trees occasionally fall over.
Oh man, he was so close.
Tower is under attack.
All right, so TNC now trying to wait for the next round of bounty runes, which they will be able to trade off, but boom, Lurkin thinking about heading on up high ground. Realize that's a horrible idea, so they leave. See where they want to go next. It feels like both teams are very content right now just to farm up and be like, we're going to get into our items, then go for like late game. Neither team feels particularly rushed, which is, I think, different than a lot of the other matches we've seen.
Or there's like this very clear dynamic of they must win by now, or it's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, how good is RP this game though? It looks pretty nice once he's BKB, but of course that's gonna be far enough away. But before BKB, it's kind of scary, right? If you don't catch the clock or the tide.
Yeah. Well, and the other sort of danger with it is just like all of the plague wards that are going to be around. Very annoying to try and play around that, but you might need to go into the Silver Edge later, which, you know, having the Echo, it's a nice little build up now, much more so than it was before. But we'll get the Blink Dagger to start as TP coming in from Tide. KP got to run away. They will be able to get out of there. So that's the strength of the Tide. Just send in the Watermelon Man and your tower's alive. While up top, it's gone.
And they're closing in on that BKB for Gabby. Just 200 gold away now, so that's basically done. What do they want to do with the BKB? Try another smoke play, I suppose. Try and kill FBZ, because it's going to be total freedom for Gabby.
Yeah.
Like swaps and hook shots, sure, but those don't really affect a PA that much. And with the blink there as well, nice synchronization here from TNC.
They're getting pretty much everything that they want at the same time now. And likewise, though, they're still sort of getting set up for later. I think that both teams realizing, like, if we want to win this game, we're not just going to be able to run away with it, most likely. Barring some, like, horrific mistakes, which we don't expect in the grand finals.
Of course not. No one ever makes mistakes in Dota.
Definitely not. So second round is done. And smoke up. Let's see what happens.
What a team player. His Midas is flying out and he still smokes up.
Oh, don't show on the wards, though. Oh my god, it's gonna die to wards. I just know it. I just know it.
No, he microed it.
Nice. They scan up on the high ground. Kescute's there. Who are they gonna jump on first? They get Makoto. It's a pretty good one. Swapped out, but still dead. And Kescute, he's gonna fall afterwards. So they get 2 quick kills. And on the side of Boom, no response.
Yeah, it doesn't cost them anything, and immediately into the Roche pit we shall go because it's a Deso. So they could buy back a Makoto and fight this, but it's a BKB PA. And I don't think they're going to. Oh, hide. What you gonna do?
He's thinking the Tidehunter's just blocking his hook shot in. He's like, no, don't go in. It's not worth it. Wait, they even dropped.
Splitting.
Yeah. Oh, because they thought that it was the real Tidehunter. That's why.
Yeah.
And now they're going in. They've already used split. This is maybe the opportunity. They get the hide catch. They're called. Split back onto 2. Roach is down. Gabby gets the Aegis, and they have Ravage going to land onto 3. Stolen anchor smash. Good cover there by FBZ. Can they find any more afterwards? KP trying to run away, and is going to be able to get the jump out. Tim's throws out the Fade Bolt afterwards. He is also going to fall as a couple more hits come in from the from the meta. And the end result ends up just being 2 for 1, it looks like.
Yeah, that was not bad. That was a risky play from Boom, considering the state of their heroes there. Like, they couldn't really get Makoto in there or anything in time, so I'd be happy with how that went if I was them. So now take Dream of Stealth right down that mid, and without the BKB on the PA, hard time for Gabby to fight.
Does have the Imp Claw and BKB backup in 18, but as you said, tower already down, and it does not look like Boom want to try and press for more. So yeah, really good recognition of like the power spike and particularly like having no way to defend that tier 2 tower. So TNC losing a lot of the control of the map, even though they get this Aegis for it.
Out they go. Oh, Makoto got the Ring of Aquila. It's like the best on Venno. Infinite wards.
Nice.
Keep spamming. Never on cooldown. Yes, everywhere, Makoto.
Oh, but Gabby, he's hunting. He's thinking about it. Walks up high ground. Who's he find? Kescute.
Okay, Blur is the stupidest spell. I hate the spell so much.
Just
God, that just pains me as a support player.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, how can he get so close? It's the radius of a ranged attack.
It's so good. Wait, jump in. They found the tide. FBZ lifted, pulled back in afterwards, skewer him all the way back to the rest of the group. And they get the finish. They even pop BKB for that. A little bit crazy for Gabby, just eating through those charges.
They have RP though, so it's still hard to just like come back and try and punish Gabby for that.
Oh, and this is, I think, what TNC need to be doing, right? Like, they lost a lot of buildings off of that last Roche fight, and now they're trying to make up for it a little bit, it feels like, before next meta comes up. And Ravage. So, played by TNC.
Gabby's thinking about just straight up going Abyssal next.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the most slot efficient once it's done, but that's all right.
I like it.
It's gonna blow up Kescute.
And you can see after the glyph, Boom getting in position to try and fight this, as they did have meta back off cooldown, as well as Ravage. And FBZ leading the charge. TNC recognizing the danger, are going to back out altogether. I love to see this. It's like they're playing perfectly around their cooldowns.
Yeah, and Boom are still missing those like clockwork fights. I mean, we just haven't had that many engagements, right? It's only 13 kills so far. Hyde coming up, gonna find Gabby, but the Aegis still has a minute 40 left.
Yeah.
And they're out.
Dire's bottom tower
Easy
is
peasy,
under attack.
just like that. Scotty done on Terrorblade. Damn, Dreamcell is farmed.
Structures are fortified.
What's the slow on that?
It's
25 attack speed, eh? Pretty good for a PA.
I guess the other thing is the heal afterwards with the Oracle as well. Gabby, blurred, looking for an opening now. Armel is there. They're thinking about jumping. They do throw out the Fortune's End, but wasn't quite able to connect it. And, well, jumps onto Kezcute, finds him again. Bash dead. It's like that.
Might be time to find some Dispel heroes versus this PA, huh? Some nullifiers. Get rid of these Phantom Strikes. At least that's something.
That would be helpful, definitely. And also with the Empower, right?
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't really have a hero that can go Nullifier. Yeah, Gabby feeling good.
Definitely.
Still behind the TV, but not by much, considering the heroes.
No, this game feels very, very even. Like, fives are near each other, fours are near each other, offlaners, mids. There's very little separation between the two teams.
I find it interesting that Dota Plus actually has it like 66% for Boom. It's like TNC will win a fight and they'll start like creeping back in Boom's way. Probably just like the dependability of TB and like the idea of just like building punish is still in their favor.
Right.
Likely helps. Plus, you know, Tidehunter, big spell.
Yeah. True enough. I mean, it's like sort of what we always say, that one team fight can turn things around, but the punish that you get from a team fight win with Terrorblade is so ridiculous.
Yeah, and we saw it even from just that Aegis, right? Where they just like took the mid tier 2 instantly.
Yeah.
Even though the enemy just like won the Roche.
And as we've seen in previous days as well, PA, not always the biggest building hitter, even with a ridiculous amount of damage. Still can be a problem. So 25-minute mark coming up pretty soon. Both teams holding on to their sides of the map.
And God, he has the Abyssal. Oh.
All right, they got smoke.
Poor Kezcute.
Battle around the bounty runes? Yes, maybe. Hello.
I like this Crimson on Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice choice. I mean, it kind of sucks to have to go very first item Crimson, but like that's the game you're in, right? 822 faster than the patch average. I mean, that's because of Battle Fury, obviously. It's just like, it just has an empty slot. Just pretend that's a Battle Fury, guys.
Ooh, and BKB for the brew afterwards. Very interesting. What's the Venno going back for? So he's got the Halberd already, and he's going for BKB next as well.
Yeah, Makoto's farm has not kept up, unfortunately, even with the Midas. It just doesn't get any kill involvement.
He's in the mid lane, trying to break it. They spot Gabby, have hookshot available if they want to go. They have some vision there.
Their jump with the hookshot is not that good. It's like a better counter initiating tool than a deep initiator this game. Like, is he like, let's say he hookshots all them, what happens?
Yeah, it's true.
No one can actually catch them.
Yeah, no blink on Tide, and even if he does get blink, then it's Dreamcell who needs to get in position. Need to put Kezcute in between him so he can swap in the Terrorblade or something.
Yeah.
I guess that's the value of also having like Gabby here, right? Is because then you're not able to have those initiations as easily.
Oh,
you can't see
no. Oh, please find the Dispel. He's got a D.
Oh my goodness. Makoto, they break it. He's running right up front and center. Gabby's still blurred. They have no idea about this. They got to be so careful.
A slot for it, because why not? Because he's got an empty one.
Dude, this is terrifying. Top though, they need to deal with this. Tim's is going to TP back and try and push out this wave.
Oh my god, it's like almost a max Roche. 254. That feels better for Boom, I think.
Smoke up. They're going to head mid where they see Gabby. Hook shot to open up. Called to push back afterwards. Has BKBDD. Turns to fight, trying to blow up one. Can they do it? But look at this Terrorblade. Just absolutely destroying him. They get the false promise out. Now jumping to March to try and get away. KP seeing if he can be the counter initiation to get the rest of the team out of dodge. Does have a lift up if he wants to use it. He sends the rest of them away. Lifts up the Terrorblade. They're going to lose the Clockwork for the Oracle. That's going to be it, I think.
I can't believe how long Hyde lived. That was nuts. That Crimson is so value.
Yeah, very good. Not to mention just like a ton of armor around him.
And now he's just gonna go Ghost after too. Yeah, DreamOcell was laying into him.
Yeah, I would be very concerned right now if I'm TNC about how that looked with the MKB done on DreamOcell. It's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, TVs love their Daedalus, but when the time comes, it's still a solid item on most ranged heroes, so yeah, it's all good.
Well, Mag, you get the feeling after having to walk through those Plague Wards that the Shadow Blade is going to be very necessary.
We got Craggy Coats on both sides.
Really?
Does Hyde get that? Oh, he's got a Dragon Scale too. He's got a couple options, actually.
They gave it to the Tide. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because they can't break the Kraken anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, Armel is also going Silver Edge, so there you go.
Right. Well, Enchanted Quiver also going to be picked up as the next tier of items are available. DreamOcell now starting to create a little bit of separation between him and the PA in terms of net worth. Not super significant, but a bit noticeable.
You'd think it might be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
With like all the illusion spam and everything from DreamOcell. But he's also been sending his illusions, like, I feel a little bit like aggressive, like kind of into the enemy sometimes.
Right.
It's not like pushing it like, I don't know, like he's not like wasting them in the jungle and stuff. So I like the fact that he's pushing lanes and also finding vision on like where his opponents are.
Yeah, it's true. Very necessary for him. Where are we at now? It's just 1,000 gold lead, but we're waiting for that next Roche, about to respawn now. As far as vision within the pit, definitely favoring Boom. It's going to be a little bit tough for TNC.
And they smoked up again. Titan Sliver fresh on the mag. Gabby got the Paladin sword, so 16% life steal, but we do have the Scotty, so not the most impactful.
Rocket Flare goes right over the top. They still have scan. They're walking under it, but it looks like they're going to end up missing them and could place a ward up on this high ground here. They'd see DreamOcell right at the start. They get the vision. Oh, and that's going to break the Blink Dagger. Oh, needing to get out of there. Oh, that's so frustrating, I'm sure. Won't be able to find an opening.
I mean, that was like kind of good seeing DreamOcell, but at the same time, they couldn't see Kescute. So
right.
Even if they initiate there. Now, then again, if they were able to blink skewer him, then yeah, that would have been really bad.
Yeah. Well, and I think that it speaks to the big problem that I feel like I have for this TNC draft is a lack of vision. You know, with Wave of Terror there and Clockwork Flare and Veno wards everywhere, like it never feels like TNC are going to get a free sort of start to the fight, particularly if Boom are playing careful. But we'll have to wait and see what their solution is going to be. Blink Dagger done for the Tide now as well. So I think like about that last moment right there. Imagine if when they spotted him on that Plague Ward, you just get a Blink Ravage, you know?
Yeah.
They can punish so much more heavily right now. I'm really liking the way Boom's draft is looking now.
All right, he's got the stats resistance staff from the Satanic. Okay, wait, what does it say for stats resistance when you hover over DreamOcell?
It says 38.
Mine says 38.4.
Yeah, 38.4. That's what I have too.
Dire's courier has been killed.
All right.
It's you know, amped for some reason. It's fine.
Yeah, what am I missing? Oh, he's a fucking Titan Sliver. Okay, pardon my French. That damn neutral slot is just sneaking up on me.
There you go. Sneaky, sneaky. Gabby keeping the paladin sword for himself. And still waiting in the pit. I don't know. What do you do at this point if you're TNC? Like, how do you even assault this area?
I mean, what do you do if you're Boom?
Well,
I feel like Boom almost kind of need this more. I don't know. I'm worried, like, what kind of Dreamer Cell just gets cycloned?
it's true. This could be a problem. Hook shot in, though. This is a great way to start the fight as they find March, and he is going to die. BKB from KP deciding whether or not he wants to go in.
Carmel, he's fishing.
All right.
Oh, that looks good.
Pulls him back on, but he takes him away from Gabby. Follow up there, tries to get the stun. Can they bring him down? Hyde under control, trying to kill off Dreamless Cell next, but Armel taking so much damage here. And with the Oracle already dead, what more can they do? Looks like that's going to be the extent of it. And now RP done. No Ravage, no BKBs on a lot of these heroes, and no splits. This is a free Roche.
Yeah, that was, they did not have the team sync on the RP and the skewer.
No.
I mean, I liked the skewer because of the swap. I think the skewer was fine. I think they just needed the communication of, like, waiting till, you know, where it's going to go.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing to me that, like, as we see just a jump here on the Hyde, he dies so quickly. So, like, that right there, that makes me think, okay, what if you just, like, RP and let the skewer happen? Or and let the skewer not happen?
Yeah, but then the Venge is there, you know? That's the problem. Plus, yeah.
Makoto?
They still have Ravage, remember?
Yeah. Disarm yet again.
Oh my god, that BKB is so close to coming back. Oh, this is so tempting to fight. But they don't have meta.
Skewer. The initiation coming as FBZ has Ravage available. Have the Ghost Scepter. Meanwhile, he blinks away. They forgot to hit him. Pull back onto Kescute. He's going to back away as well. Doesn't get hit by that clumsy net.
Yeah, I guess they just had nothing to do with the Ghost, eh? All right, we'll just, like, I don't know. If you can spam with this wave, great. But this is not worth feeding anyone away, I feel like.
Gabby queuing up the rapier.
Oh, man, what a win for Boom to not get a bad fight right there and lose their tie too, with like the Ravage being available but not wanting to do anything without the meta.
Right. Well, and again, like, it goes back to the thing where I think either one of those situations from TNC would have been fine had like Gabby waited to blink strike, or had they just kept the RP where it was and didn't skewer at all. I think either one would be fine, but they both just did something different.
It certainly would have been better than what happened.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Well, how much does that change the game now, Trent? Like, what are we looking to do now for Boom?
How much does it change the game? I mean, Gabby was probably just gonna go rapier anyway. Right. I feel like. Well, the second that he saw a butterfly, because as you said, I mean, MKB on PA, so you know you're kind of living by the PA anyway, so this is fine. I think the BKB wearing down is the major concern for Gabby, because like FPZ has so much power in this game right now. So there's like Armel the big RP. It's gonna be really hard to hit that again. That was a damn nice RP, and then he even has like RP, and then I can activate my Silver Edge after, like maybe get my break and whatnot. That one was a little painful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's it's problematic now, because as you said, it's harder to get those. It's easier when they're going high ground, hypothetically, if you're able to create some chaos first, but they don't really have that, like, that hero that does that early. I guess that hero has to be KP normally, and it looks like he's saving up. I wonder if he's thinking about a Radiance.
I think the other thing is they really need just like a couple on Makoto. Right. Even just a 4-step is going to do so much. Like, he's got the 9-second BKB. He already feels so much stronger than he was a few minutes ago.
Well, they're walking up high ground now. RP is back again, but it is deadly trying to go in there, and they're going to need KP to be the first one to go in most likely. Yeah. Try and make some craziness happen.
He's still 150 away from blink and buyback.
And tier 3 is just gonna fall. Do they go for more? Skewer back, pulls him in deep on Dreamless now, trying to control. Has the Abyssal Blade swap out though, and the Ravage connects onto all of them. Gabby needs to jump away from this one. BKB out turns. Tries to bring down FBZ, not gonna happen. They have the false promise afterwards, but he can't stay on any target at all. Nobody has died yet from Radiant. Kescute is even walking away from Gabby right now. They don't have it. They finally bring down the bench. Illusion's still hanging out, but with the mag dead, Dreamo Cell can just start turning and laying into these buildings. And there is not a whole lot that TNC can do.
Oh, so well done by Kescute there, man. Getting that swap out, freeing Dreamo Cell, letting the stash resistance go Halberd. All right,
big jump from Gabby. And KP now also trying to lay into Dreamo Cell. They need to kill the rest of these heroes for Tim's blinks in. I don't know what that was, but he gets destroyed. And Gabby now in a ton of trouble trying to get out of here, but is eventually going to be beaten to death. No buyback. And this might actually just be game.
I think that's our finish.
I don't know what
Bang for 20, no PA.
Well, very impressive showing from Boom as they do everything that they need to. And it's gonna walk in, hit March real hard with that anchor smash. KP trying to beat into him and stop the bleeding if possible.
I mean, he's got that team edge, so they have one more fight with the Rapier.
Okay.
And they will get it just from the pure threat of the RP alone.
Oh, and the Aegis is expiring as well. Okay. So Boom, take a set and a half of rack, but do some serious damage on their way on out.
It's really interesting. I'm pretty sure March, because March is their only disarm, right? On the Fate's Edict. I'm pretty sure he disarmed the TB there.
Right.
Which was pretty nice, but then, and I think that's what saved Gabby the first time when he kind of got back and then reinitiated, but it doesn't like last that long because of the damn stash resistance.
Right. Well, and the thing that I just keep thinking about is like, Dreamo Cell has 45 armor, right? How much is the PA even really going to be able to do, even with the Rapier? I don't know if that changes much. She has 73% physical resistance.
Yeah, Rapier kind of like breaks it though. It's just like, it's like too much damage. It's like CK, right? Or it's like, it doesn't really matter how much you try and armor up and stuff versus CK. He's still just going to whack you 3 times with his illusions and you die.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Rapier PA is.
Okay.
Plus, if you kill all of TV's allies, then it doesn't matter.
True. And I felt like that's what they were trying to do that last fight, but weren't really able to do it as well. And they're going to walk up high ground yet again. Dreamo Cell hitting from very far back. And buildings falling. Armel looking for an opening here. He has Skewer, he has RP available. What is he going to find? Still no Rapier. They need about 1,000 more gold. Oh, Sunder! The play! The pullback! He gets the Ravage. They're going to try to turn it down, but he gets the Sunder to turn. Dreamo Cell able to salvage it. What a freaking play there with the Rubik, but it wasn't good enough. And, well, Gabby trying to find a kill here on anybody at all that he can. Eyes going Scepter, body blocking, but they pull him back in after the RP. The Skewer towards the fountain will not be enough. Ultra kill for Dreamo Cell. He is too strong as the Rampage, double Rampage comes out.
Him was
that
so
man.
close to that MVP. He was trying. Damn, man. Going for the big one. Boom, ladies and gentlemen. That's one. That's one. It begins. They're getting their victory over TNC, and a very impressive battle out from then. Some hard-fought parts of that game. The first Roche, I think, amazing contest.